Are you ready for 2 NightFright figures review? Let's get started. Charles Lee Ray is a famous voodoo serial killer who is also known as the Lakeshore Strangler. Is on the run from the police in Chicago, 1988. After a detective named Mike Norris shoots him in a toy shop, Charles, via a voodoo ritual, transfers his soul into a good guy doll, which causes the store to explode. Mike finds Charles' body next to the doll, thinking he had killed him. The doll, now called Chucky, is purchased by a single mother called Karen Barclay from a tramp as a birthday gift for her 6-year-old son, Andy. That night, Andy's babysitter and Karen's co-worker, Maggie Peterson, is killed by Chucky after he hits her in the eye with a hammer and causing her to fall several stories to her death after she stopped him getting news on Eddie Caputo, who abandoned him the night he got shot. Mike thinks Andy killed her, much to Karen's fury, and tells him and the police to leave. The next morning, Andy skips school on Chucky's apparent orders. While Andy is urinating, Chucky enters Eddie's lair and sets off the pilot light in an oven, and it explodes after Eddie shoots it and dies in the explosion. After Andy is again a suspect, he is placed in a mental hospital by Dr. Ardmore. That night, though, Karen discovers Andy was right after seeing the doll, has no batteries, meaning he should not be working. After she threatens to burn him, Chucky comes alive. Then he bites her and escapes. Despite this, Mike at first refuses to believe Karen, but after Chucky almost kills him by making him crash his car, he accepts Karen was right, and they decided to find a witch doctor called John before Chucky does. Chucky finds and confronts John and asks, why is he bleeding? John tells him he is becoming human in the doll's body and refuses to help as Chucky used his teachings for evil. After Chucky breaks his arm and leg with a voodoo doll, Johnny tells him he has to process the first person he told his secret to. Knowing the person is Andy, Chucky, thrilled at the thought of being 6 years old again, kills him by stabbing his voodoo doll with a voodoo knife and leaves. At the mental hospital, Chucky steals the keys to Andy's cell, but the boy escapes and Chucky kills Dr. Ardmore and electrocution. He then follows Andy home and knocks him out with the wooden baseball bat. Before he can process him, Karen and Mike, having visited the dying John and the hospital save Andy, Chucky stabs Mike and goes after Andy and Karen, but gets trapped and burnt in a fireplace. Chucky, though, survives and continues to go after Andy. Chucky is then shot to pieces by Karen, but tries to strangle Jack Santos, Mike's partner. After Mike shoots him in the heart, as it almost human, Chucky is defeated. Knowing nobody is going to believe them, they leave to take Mike to an ambulance outside the building. Karen then turns off the bedroom light with Chucky's remains cornered at the wall. As the final scene is Andy looking back at Chucky before closing the door, not knowing Chucky is immortal as the film ends. Good evening, viewers. These are both of my Chucky figures. To the left is Child's Play 2 from McFarlane and Child's Play 3, which comes with the box, the hammer, and the baseball bat and knife from CultClassic. They both have the reddish hair. And if you would please leave me a comment down below to tell me which Chucky figure that you like the most. These are the only two that I know of that are been made. So everybody fears of the Chucky doll, I guess. So, but the first movie was an excellent movie with Child's Play. So if you would leave me a comment, tell me what you think of these figures. And more figures coming soon. And everybody, please stay creepy.
I'm Chucky. Wanna play?